I grew up in Telford in the West Midlands, which is, some of your viewers I'm sure will be aware, is one of the key towns, I suppose, in the national child sexual exploitation scandal. Over 1,000 girls fell victim to organised grooming gangs in Telford over a course of around 30 years. I personally was groomed and abused for nearly a decade, from the ages of 5 to about 14. I didn't come forward to anyone with the abuse that I experienced until I was 16. I then went through the justice system, was sort of chewed up and spat back out, as many young girls are. I remember, I'll never forget being told by a social worker, if you were physically abused, why were there no bruises? That's a comment that really stuck with me. And I think for a long time I wasn't aware that there were other girls in my position. There were other girls that had been sexually abused, that had been groomed, that had such a horrendous experience. And so when everything began to come out in 2018, 2019 on the grooming gang scandal, on the culture of exploitation, ignorance and silence in towns like Telford, it struck home for me, and I first spoke about my story and my experience in 2020. That's when I went public with it, I suppose, and I have worked my hardest to bring awareness to the issue, to amplify survivors' voices, and to just really keep the conversation in the media attention, because so many girls like me have been disenfranchised and marginalised and silenced by those in power. So without people willing to speak up, whether it's anonymously or showing their face, as I waived my right to anonymity, perpetrators, groomers, rapists, grooming gangs, they're going to be able to continue to thrive and continue to groom, rape, abuse, exploit other little girls. So that's why I suppose I chose to speak out.